Hello, everyone.
Sheriff, if you're
Cheers
still here.
to the week.
Sheriff.
To the week EEK and the week EAK. Welcome back, not only to the Ashlands, but to Akamba, the new city that we were ever so joyous to travel to last session. Once we last saw these lovely travelers, they were in a sort of market square, a somewhat busy street with vendors lined up, children running amok, um, and another lovely sunny day in the Ashlands. But just as we return to these heroes, potentially, there's a little bit of rain that begins to mist from the sky above. Just a little at first, not enough to cause any commotion or any quick movements, but over time it does begin to pour. Before we see the group, which will increase in numbers by one very shortly, it's up to you to guess which one will be showing up, unless only one camera is covered. Before we get to them, we're going to zoom down the street and see a figure standing at 6'7" with the dark hair that kind of seems purple in this, especially when it's wet from the rain. Where the light catches onto the hair, it gleams a little purple. And he stands tall and strong. And he does not move in the presence of rain because he is Ashlandian. And he, as all of the population know, rain is a gift from the king. It's a special gift because it is not saturated with magic. It doesn't have any healing properties. It does not absorb magic in the same way as water from the lake does. It is simply water. And it is a reminder that not every gift here has to be magical in nature, that the world outside of this place is not magical in nature in the same way that the king's land is. And so not only is it a gift, but it's a reminder of the gift that every Ashlandian has when they wake up, because they were born here in the greatest place in the world. And we zoom in to the stoic face of Izana. Izana, you see down the stretch of the road, too far for them to notice you, but close enough for you to notice them. Your friends stand in the rain. Again, they haven't had time to decide to take cover or to run. Although you see one of them, the blue and purple skinned individual, pull down his hood and pull off his mask and look up at the sky and
His
allow
mask
the
off.
rain to cascade down his face. Almost instinctively, he knows to appreciate this. And since you missed a few eps, let's get a little roll going right at the start. Called I'm Back. When you explain your absence from the last session or sessions, say what happened and roll. So roll plus strength if you fought a monster or escaped imprisonment. Roll plus dex if you did something secret, stole something, or evaded something. Roll plus con if you trained under a mentor or acquired help or resources. Intelligence if you learned ancient knowledge or invented something. Wisdom if you discovered a secret or had a divine encounter. It was divine. Or charisma if you made an ally, learned about a culture, or purchased something of interest or value.
So
Of all those things I said, what do you think?
I think he kind of did 3 of those things from what we discussed, in which he
Mhm.
fought something, he did something sneaky,
Mm.
and he kind of had a divine moment at the same time. So from what we discussed. So what would you think?
because I like behind the scenes gave you experience, I won't make you do all three. That would have been maybe cool if like I didn't give you enough experience.
No.
But
You gave
in
me enough
this
experience just for
moment,
thematically, just for.
yes, the last thing that you did might have been the fight.
The fight leads to the divine thing.
Oh, true. Okay, then that, yes. Because I was thinking of, yeah, you're right. So
We
you
want to go
learned,
in order like
you
that.
fought, and then you had a divine encounter of sorts. So that would be wisdom.
Okay, so I roll with my wisdom modifier.
So 2d6 plus wisdom.
Absolutely, I will. I would love to. Plus, it's plus my wisdom mod, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so which works the same as D&D?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or, sorry, no. Actually, very much no.
okay.
If you tell me the base, I can probably tell you.
I've got 18 in wisdom right now.
Ooh, okay. 18 in wisdom. Oh gosh, no one else has a 18. I think that's a +3.
I like that. I'm happy with that. That'll give me a 7.
Oh, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, because if it's not, then you get a 6. If it was like an 8, it wouldn't really matter. But I don't know why it's so complicated. Doo, doo, doo.
I got a 4 on the die. Two twos, actually.
So while I look, can you tell us not about like the interior part of the divine encounter,
Mhm.
but like a little, just give us a little description of like
What
what
was
was going
happening?
on in the moment, yeah, without giving away too much, unless you want to.
So, Izana was kind of really disappointed when he returned seeking aid to the order, and he was turned away with excuses and bureaucracy that he just couldn't comprehend, and it absolutely frustrated him. So he basically snuck around to try and get some dirt on the order and kind of see what was happening around in back doors, and he was basically trying to like listen, if that like and observe. So he followed somebody who uh, the party knows quite well, Zondo, and he yeah, he overheard some things that yeah led him into a series of events that uh, gave him an epiphany. I don't know, how much more do you want me to say in that regard?
That's perfect.
Okay.
A little similar to the nameless one. There's a little bit of a disconnect between the way things are and the way that the characters think things should be slash want them to be.
Absolutely.
Something wrong, Peter?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, I'm just getting Shadim in here.
So I do confirm it is a +3.
Okay. So that's a 7.
So that is a 7. On a 7 to 9, you attracted trouble during your absence, or your actions had some unintended consequences.
We already
The
know that.
GM will say, yes, the GM won't say. The GM has said behind the screen. And so we will move to the present moment. Izana, you can take
Secrets.
as much time as you want before alerting the party to your presence, if you wish to do so.
So I'm going to immediately go and interact with the party. In fact, I'm going to. He appears frantic, which is out of character for Izana. You guys would probably remark. But the other thing is, he no longer has his armor on. you'll notice he's just in a dark robe.
That's hot.
And yeah, he'll approach you guys. Kind of like, you're here. You made it through.
Oh,
He's like
Zana.
looking around.
Just spinning in the rain.
I mean, yeah, we got through. There were some complications potentially at both of us, but yeah, we got through.
You have to come with me. We need to be away from this place.
Wait, what?
Zana.
We just
The
got
only
here.
people I trust. We can't talk out in the open.
Is something the
Is
matter?
not good.
Quickly. I'm gonna try and lead them to like a tavern or kind of like some kind of like quiet. Actually, not even quiet. Like something like bustling, but like a pub that I used to know of, or some kind of like public house or something.
Yeah, sure.
We're trying to look for places to sleep, like to rest. So if you know any places like that, that'd be cool.
Don't worry about that right now. Come with me.
Oh,
Let's
Very
do a spout lore roll. Search your memories for a good place. You know of
that a-
places, but what would be the best place?
Is that a wisdom roll?
So spout lore is a intelligence roll.
Ooh, that's bad. I have an 8 intelligence.
That's hot. That's a -1 to your roll.
I like that.
Good dumb boy.
So that's a 4. That's a
Oh,
4, sir.
ooh. So mark experience. That's pretty cool. It's a cool thing that you can do.
Alrighty. Coolly marking experience.
And you bring them. Now you all find yourselves in what is called greater combat. It's just kind of the most densely populated place, but it also exists because it's like a meeting point between two pretty big, not temples, but buildings that are dedicated to two separate titles. And so it's really kind of, this is like the most kind of melting pot as the general population, but then the Vorade frequent there as it is closest to RGWA, which is kind of like a big library.
quick
I would say.
pause. Are we aware of this? The fact that like there are like temples dedicated to titles in the city.
Only
I'm
only
aware of it.
Zana
Okay.
is going to be aware of this stuff, but he can tell you. He can very easily
I
tell
won't.
you this.
I won't.
And as players, you'll know that it's his choice, his deliberate choice not to.
Well, it's not that it's I'm choosing not to tell you this. It's just
No,
I have
no.
no reason to tell you
No.
this right now. It'd be weird for him. I'm worried with something.
We're a tour guide.
True. So there's a lot of Vorade in this area. There's also a lot of Kuhani, which you don't necessarily know as a group. However, Kuhani is the title that our friend Izana has. And so, unfortunately, the place that he remembers bringing you is where most Kuhani frequent. It's just a simple little, we'll call it like a tavern. Um, it's mostly a place for people to meet. Like the tables are big because people bring things from home and they spend a lot of time there. And so there's like comfortable chairs and big tables. There's food and drink there, but it doesn't really. That's not like the biggest purpose of this place. It's like a meeting spot that serves food and drink. And it's called the perfect the perfect
The
place.
perfect thing for a meeting spot.
The perfect place.
Oh, the perfect place.
It's kind of like
The
it started
PP.
off as a joke, like I know the perfect place, and then it just became the perfect
Name's
place. is
stuck.
what
God
everyone
damn
calls
it.
And yeah, I mean that you're thinking of the perfect place, and you bring them to the perfect place. Perhaps not the perfect place to be away from people who are like you, but you kind of arrive at the door because it is raining. No one's running inside for shelter, but some things are just easier done where it's dry. So there's a bit of people. We'll say it's like
I'm actually
halfway
happy
back.
that there's a din because then it's like it might be harder for us to be overheard. So like this is kind of cool. So I'll just like look for a table that can hold us. That's kind of like in a corner or something like that.
On a fail, the only tables are like the middle. The corner tables are the hot spots that are
So
taken
I'm just gonna
first.
go
So
down.
not necessarily the middle, but next to the
Yeah,
corner
yeah,
ones.
Okay.
But you can be in like the furthest corner from the entrance. It's a nice wooden table if you would like. They're all wooden.
I'll if that's the case, I'm gonna go with the one that has the best view of the entrance.
Ooh, yeah. I would say around that area, maybe more to the left.
Sure.
So you'd be right in front of the entrance, but far enough where you can react.
Sure.
You pass by like a counter where there are people working and cooking and preparing, but nobody jumps out to seat you or take your order. You're kind of just allowed passage.
Perfect. I'll just go and I'll sit and I'll beckon the guys.
Is BB allowed in this place?
Yeah,
Or is it... Okay.
she doesn't get any strange looks.
How long has it been? A couple of days? How are you?
Her friend is Anna. Hey.
I have learned some disturbing news.
Like, what?
The corruption of Chief Zanu and Zondo. It goes much deeper than we thought. Perhaps all the way to the top.
What do you mean?
I mean, they are manipulating the world for nefarious purposes. I know of it.
The nameless one like makes sure to put his mask back, tighten his hood up so no one sees him.
When I confronted Zondo over his treachery, he attacked me. Gentlemen, I had no choice.
He was
I
suspicious of you.
Zondo.
He's dead?
He's returned to the water.
Well, you see that
His
skull?
soul will float.
I'm gonna point to the staff that the nameless one is holding.
It's a glass staff. I don't know if you watched. And it like kind of curls out and holds on to a skull with a flame in the middle burning what seems to be eternally.
That's Chief Nazu.
He like leans it in towards you. The fire like lights up in the eyes.
Oh, shit. You seem to have dispatched his pawn.
Yes.
Wait, Nazu is on Zondo's pawn?
Yes, I believe so.
Because we found out that Nazu was able to like control other people.
Hmm.
through
Who
his title.
granted him this title?
I'm assuming the king, who gives everyone the titles.
And so wouldn't it seem like it was part of the king's plan all along to limit those who can move freely through the Ashlands?
Cry. Why?
Have you ever thought to yourself why you do not remember? Have you ever thought about what is happening in the wider world?
Mm,
Do we need
yeah.
to?
Maybe.
I was shown a vision. Something I cannot soon forget.
What? Why wouldn't you for credit?
Because of the horrors.
Oh,
What?
you hear that, BB? The horrors. Wait, actually, don't hear that, BB. I like cover her ears.
No, I want to hear about the horrors.
Is it okay for her to hear about the horrors, friend Azana? Is she too young?
If we coddle her now, she may never be prepared for what is to come.
No. Okay, you can hear, but you'll never be prepared for what's to come.
I will be
Ah,
prepared.
ugh.
No, it's if she doesn't hear, she might not be prepared. So
Oh.
she should hear, so she can be prepared.
Okay.
See,
Got it.
So wait, so what are they? Wait, should we get some food? Like,
Yeah.
while we're like, we had some skewers, but like, are you guys still hungry?
I will speak on that, but first tell me more of your exploits. How did you destroy the chief? How did you capture him in this staff?
The nameless one held his face and melted it off.
And then burnt down his house.
yes, it was quite the sight. You're sorry to have missed it.
I am indeed. Scum like him should be burned with the rest.
But see, right before he died, I kind of found out that like he was betrayed by those he trusted, and that kind of soured his outlook on life and kind of led him down this path.
Hmm.
So like maybe it's not completely his fault. Like something happened to him that was so bad that he became this kind of person.
I wonder what it's like to be betrayed. I feel like we're all so fresh, clean slate, you know?
Hmm. I feel as though I was betrayed in my life too.
The biggest betrayal of all is when we are not prepared for what is to come. What I have seen, I believe the Order and the King are keeping the information from us, the truth. I believe there's something happening within the wider world that will soon impact us, and we will not be prepared.
How did you find out about this like event or these things?
He just kind of looks up and closes his eyes. I was gifted
All right, the
a
vision.
vision.
But
He could close his eyes and see
is
stuff.
is the vision given to you by the king?
No. The source of it was different, this source. Something from beyond, something I awakened in felling Zondo.
There's other power. There's another power in the Ashlands other than the king.
More lies that have been thrown in our faces. Don't you see? What else are they keeping from us? And they keep those they deem downtrodden. Well,
Oh,
they keep them downtrodden. And keep the power for themselves, the true power. The power of the king.
Do we need that kind of crower?
If that power is being used to keep these dangerous lies hidden from us, we need to know the truth. I need to know the truth.
Hmm.
Why does nobody know about the outside world? We clearly come from somewhere else when we awaken in the pool. And I am from here, but I left, but I don't have any memories of leaving. I find that strange.
Can you hear Pequenu? Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes, picking you. When you speak, we hear you.
Am I coming through the veil? Spirits on the other side of the veil heal me quite properly.
yeah.
Oh yes,
Blabbering about.
myself. How wonderful. Okay.
You sound gorgeous, friend Pequeno.
Oh, thank you, friend Odom. What is it we were saying?
There's,
The hidden lies in
there's
crower.
secrets that they don't want us to
Unlimited
know.
crower.
Oh yes. Well, if you have not had your memories returned to you, perhaps who was it? It was Brand, I believe, who helped us return some memories to us.
You guys got memories from him?
Oh no, don't bring it up. Oh.
Terrible memories, but much needed. And I feel
No.
Izana is the same way. You have memories that you need.
Terrible, terrible memories.
I have gained the memories of my life from before my departure of the Ashlands, but my time away, my time abroad, is lost to me. And I do not believe that that it is a simple matter of my not remembering. I believe it has been purposefully blocked by the Order. They fear something that I learned.
The Order can do that?
That is why they killed me the first time.
They killed you. They're the ones that welcome us back. Why would they kill the people they welcome back?
Are they relying on them not remembering when they kill
Or
them?
they just want you to remember the right things.
All I know is that I believe there is something deep within the city.
Like
Something of
underground?
something powerful. I don't know where, but I'm going to find it.
I remember.
So I just, as you continue on your journeys, boys, I want you to be careful. Keep your eyes open and your ears peeled, and don't trust what they tell you. Put yourselves first, because you are your only hope. We are the only ones we can trust.
What if we don't even really know who we are? How are we supposed to trust that, friend Yazana?
That's why I can trust you, because you have just as many memories as me. We all had a fresh slate when we stepped out of that pool. You're the only ones in the city that I can trust. Anybody else could be touched.
Oh, that's grubby.
What about BB, who's just like sitting there, like?
Maybe
I
you know
haven't even
something,
I haven't
don't
even
you?
looked at her.
Yeah. I looked down at her. You didn't mock me once. What do you know?
I don't know anything. Kind of crushing my dreams here.
Well, your dreams are to change it. This is the perfect place to be.
But then I'll just become one of them.
Not if you don't want to. Right, friend Izana?
What?
If you don't
What-
want to
what-
succumb to the
What is this filthy thing?
Hey,
Why are you dragging around a
you're
child?
filthy.
Well, she has purpose.
I am filthy, actually. Like, I'm dirtier than you guys have ever seen. For some reason, I'm all of a sudden
Disheveled.
unkempt. I'm dressed differently. Yeah. It's like a weird, like, my eyes actually, like, look different. Like, they look darker.
But when I met you, you said you would help me become queen.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help all of you, can't you see?
Oh,
The nameless one says, Zondo, he told us not to trust you. Not implicitly.
Why would I come here and admit to killing him if I thought him a friend or ally of yours?
Wait, but Nameless One, didn't Nizondo know you?
He did. I didn't trust him either. But he had information. And now he's gone. Although there are ways to extract information from a body. Do you still have the body somewhere?
It might be in his quarters where we last met.
Do you have
He's
access?
not been discovered already.
Your stones. Did they let you travel to his temple?
I don't have stones. I have this, remember? The tattoo. And lets me travel freely through all bonds.
Wait, the stones don't?
you use tattoos? Huh. Huh. Weird.
It's a magical
Why
tattoo.
don't you use beads?
By the order.
You have that itching again that you had the last time tattoo was mentioned.
No. Yeah, I'll was it spout lore?
Yeah, you could spell some more.
Ooh. What is it? Plus freaking my
Plus intelligence.
where are my D6s? I have every dice but D6. How is that possible? One second. Go on. They gave you a tattoo. That does
Yes,
power.
we discussed this earlier. A magical tattoo that allows me to travel throughout the shields of the city. Freely. Unaccosted.
Oh, I should tell you, the guards are actually looking for people who can travel without using stones. So
I
they
got
want to be
8.
careful.
Well, if they're looking for me, they might have already found him then.
Who's
And
in?
it's not safe.
Oh, Zondo. Right.
So we
So
must go deeper into the city.
you came to us for help? Or just to warn us?
To warn you, for the most part. If you wanted help, but I don't. I
No,
don't know where
like,
to
we
start.
help you, I mean.
Yes, I'm saying if you want to help.
Well, if we can.
Yeah, whatever you need.
The only thing I can see is seizing power
Well,
through this source. The source that I sensed. And I've seen in my vision the way. This is the only way.
just kind of thinking out loud here. I had a vision myself of the past and the Black Locusts and how they came to be. And they also got their powers from the same source, but not the same way as the Ashlandians. They weren't able to wield it as well. So maybe if you were looking for allies to help you in your cause, you might want to look there. And we were like, I think just about to go to the Black Focus for Pequeno and Ol.
Potentially. Zondo also mentioned the object in the center of great power. His whole temple that he was in was dedicated to it. Another coincidence, now that he's gone.
Let's investigate further. If we seize this power for ourselves and find the
like-
real information,
A lot of people are really interested in power. Like that's been a driving force for like every person or almost every person, like authority figure that we've met so far.
Yeah, you're right.
don't you see? It's the only way anything is done in the city. Money. This means nothing, these trinkets.
I mean, do you guys want to do things with power? More like look around with the rest of the group.
I think I just want to make something beautiful.
I had
I
power
want to save this city.
to do without
That's
it.
what I want to use the power. We must. This vision I've had is from the future, not the past.
So we have to use power to save people.
And the city?
Then
To
what they do?
save the promise of a future beyond that which I've seen. You will not be able to make anything beautiful if nothing exists. If our whole world and realm is bathed in red.
Like a paint parade?
She will come for us.
Who's
She
she?
is already. No. But I know her voice, and it fills me with horror.
Perhaps the current queen. We haven't heard much of her.
Is
BB here
there a
wants to
queen?
be one, but we don't know who the current queen is. If there even is one.
Well, anyone with BB's title can become queen, right?
Yes. But there must be
So
something else. She
that's
has it, I
another
have it.
kind of requirement to become queen. Like, can you just say like I'm queen and you're queen, or do you have to do something first?
BB, you have your memories? I have like 8 years of them. I don't know.
This is her first time around.
Yeah.
Do I know? Does Azana know from his life before?
Azana can attempt to spout some lore.
Okay, so -1
But
to my roll.
first,
Can I
Kadeen did
attempt?
roll a spout lore a few minutes
Oh, that's
ago.
true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
You got a 7 to 9. So I offer you 2 choices, my good sir. I can tell you something interesting. You got to make it useful, or you make up something interesting, and I'll tell you what else you've heard that complicates things.
Lay it on me, baby.
Okay, you're spouting lore about about tattoos. Was that it?
Yes.
Okay. Now I guess the only information I could give you would be from Glory, right?
Yeah,
That's
true.
the
I guess
issue.
I can make it. I
Yeah.
can make it. How much?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it-
you to reveal.
I would say that him talking about this pursuit of power,
Mhm.
I think Olam's not really interested, but as he's talking about it more, it starts to pique his interest in more as he's staring at this tattoo. And I think that will fill him a little bit with that drive and sense for power and more of an understanding of exactly what is on his meaning. Because where he's from, tattoos are everyone's power. That's their driving force as well. So I think he kind of through that he kind of perverts the memory or the feeling a little bit to kind of understanding Izana's urgency.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll go there. No, I think I'll like pipe up a little bit and really pay attention. And I'll be like, and this power is more tattoos or an object? How do we find this power? I'm like leaning in.
You also, because I have to complicate what you've thrown at us, you remember that power was also tied to places of power that they give. And so that even kind of comes into play with what he was saying of the world outside of here. Is the power that you guys have here even existing? Is that a thing that happens in this world? You're not sure. So that kind
We
of
don't know. We don't really know anything.
memory.
Like we don't really know anything about the outside world.
Yeah.
So it's all speculation, and like whatever we can glean from our memories.
I think I'll be like, power congregates to a place.
Is this your canvas again?
What?
Are you always saying stuff about canvas? Is
I
that
don't know
your
what you're
place?
talking about. Baby, he keep confusing me with this. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're crazy.
Stop trying to make me laugh. But, friends, I feel there's a place where this power emanates. That can't be hard to find.
It must be the temple.
There a way for
The
us to
order
return to
resides.
it?
Yes, I can lead us there.
Now, sorry, there were two characters who wanted to also roll to spout lore.
Oh yes.
Um,
What did I want to roll to us about?
I believe there was two. You wanted to.
What were we talking
Oh my god. Would you know?
about? Oh, it was knowing about somebody or about about the queen.
Oh yes, yes.
How the queen is like.
Can anybody just? Yeah.
If it's anything other than the title, that's a 4 against a 3.
Okay. Mark experience.
Another experience for me. Yeah.
Can I potentially do it?
Yeah.
Because of the Vorday Bardic lore about history, and to see if I can kind of look back and through like the different stories from my that my title has kind of like created in a sense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What's the negative thing that happens? Do I get do I get a headache or something?
We'll see what happens. We'll see if I can tie them both
Understood.
together or not.
Understood.
So I can just ask you the question. That's what it says.
Oh, okay. So, you're not doing
No, but Bardic lore is just
Yes,
ask the
right.
GM a question. The GM will answer truthfully.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just make sure of this specific wording.
Well, when you first encounter an important creature, location, or item, so because my thing is like characters of like the history. I'm wondering if I can use it as like this title, a queen. The queen is such like an important figure in the Ashlands. Is there like more history that I would have known of it because of my title of storyteller and like gatherer, collector of stories?
True. Yeah, Legends of Heroes Past is your concentration
That's
of
it.
Bardic lore. And so as you are searching your memories, you're searching for your memories the same way as you like try to remember the lyrics to a song. I'll say, and like you get some of the words and the melodies a little bit in your head, but you're trying to string them together. Um, and as that is happening, Izana, you search your mind for the process of a queen being chosen. And you remember that much like the Arena of Kings was like it's battle focused, and the winner is awarded a prize. It's something similar here. It's a sort of competition between those who are eligible, having the right title. They are chosen, and they complete certain tasks, or they prove their power over another one of the participants through combat, likely to the death,
They
and
have to
the
compete.
victor comes out on top.
Amazing. Oh, yeah. There's a competition for those who have the title. You must compete and survive. And win over all other competitors.
Let's do it.
Wait, all of us?
I think those
The
looking
one with
to
the title.
be.
Those
Yeah.
with the title, I believe, the child and
Oh, I see.
this one.
And as a truthful GM, since this system requires honesty, that is not how a queen is chosen. That is the result of a failed roll that we will see in the future.
Oh, damn.
Um,
Into play.
however, at this point, the song comes to mind, my friend. The words that you're hearing and the memories that you're accessing are not matching up. It's a very complex political process where it's democratic, but only to the people who are given the right to vote. Um, these people are also chosen. It's like a long line of like people being chosen for positions that are able to vote for other positions. And so once you get to the top, it's like the cream of the crop of those who have been chosen to have the power to vote. Um, Mostly they share the title with the queen. If not, they are also most often those with the Moana title, the blue magic. You know that this is the magic that has access to everything, but through effort and learning and study. So they can access the magic of the Kintu, of the Voerde, of the Kuhani, all of the titles that you have. But they don't get it naturally. They have to seek it out. They have to study. They have to put effort in. And so they are kind of the ones that they've earned their power the most just by default because they were never given it. And so they make up a lot of the upper echelons. And they come together and they choose which one of the final Kintu that have made it through this sort of vetting process, um, who have shown great control over their magic, great control, but also like great ability to do things with their magic that others cannot. A great respect for the Ashlands and the way that society works, a willingness to protect that with everything that they have, willingness to listen and learn, a respect for nature and the beasts that make it up. So it's kind of like they're hitting on all the points of the different titles. And so this person should represent all as queen. But there doesn't seem to be like a competition or anything like that, a fight to the death. Like it's a much different process that you remember through the mind of another Voerde.
I I think it's a little bit different. From what I remember, they were talking about a cast of individual, like a specific title of people choosing who would be the next queen. I don't know how they get their list of candidates, but I think those known as like the Moana decide the next queen. So I don't know what this trial by combat is, but maybe it was an older ritual.
Perhaps it is two memories mixing together from my time. I'm unsure.
But yeah, so BB, you won't have to fight. I don't. Well, potentially you won't have to fight anybody to the death for your title.
But that does sound familiar, though. A big fight to the finish.
Well,
Huh.
that's what you guys did in the arena. No?
I don't think it was supposed to be that though.
Oh.
It was made to be that because Chief Nazu had a grudge to settle.
Hmm. Maybe he brought it from somewhere, like how he brought that stupid gold to us.
It's possible. But for now, I guess we're here. Apparently, there's corruption in the higher ups. I don't know if we can do anything about that right now, but maybe if we continue to learn about ourselves, we can then know how to best help others around us. Know our abilities to be able to then properly use them to help Azana. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still kind of lost.
Oh, I am very much lost.
Same.
But I will be the sword of this group, if need be.
And I'll be the guide.
Like looking at like you have like a club and like a thing, and like we need to get you a sword then.
Oh, I do have one. And I pull out my looks like a black crystal, but it's like vaguely shaped like a sword.
Oh, okay, never mind.
And I will be the fire that cleanses the world.
Ashes to ashes, crust to
So
crust.
intense every time you say it. Phoebe, what you want to be?
Oh yeah.
The queen, of course, and I tap her in the head.
Queen.
Yeah. Queen.
Good. Thank you, friends and child.
So,
I believe if we can seize this power from what little I've gathered from my time abroad, I believe I have allies working against these dark forces. I must return to them.
So,
If the Ashlands has any hope of survival.
So you're saying you have to leave the Ashlands?
Yes, with
Is
whatever
that
power
possible?
they are holding hostage. Through the temple, I left once. They sent me.
They sent
And when
you
I
away.
returned, of course, it's all a ruse. They sent me, and when I returned with information they didn't like, they killed me for it, so that it wouldn't get out.
Izana,
That's pretty
you
brutal.
positioned yourself near the to have a view of the door.
Yes.
People leaving this place isn't like something to notice. So it takes like a decent amount of people leaving for that for it to click.
It's like empty. We noticed that.
Not like fully empty yet, but this place was like half full, and now like half the people are gone.
Okay, I noticed that. Is it because it's a certain time of day? Do I think, or It's suspicious to me.
You just
and
like
that's why you're
you
bringing
you
it up.
notice, like, sometimes this happened to us at a buffet. Like, it's full and you're like laughing and you're loud, and then like something happens and you realize like, oh wait, we shouldn't be this loud because nobody else is here. So like our
I
voices
see.
are just like filling the room.
I see. I'm like, and like I am speaking louder and more frantically than as I normally would anyway. So you kind of. This is
Deep breath, buddy.
these are dangerous things to speak. Speaking of, so close to the heart of the city. But I implore you, you must believe me, please. You're the only ones I can trust.
Yeah, no, I mean, if we can help you as little as we know of ourselves, but if we can help you some other way, then sure. I mean, I'll help you.
I'll crump too.
As will I.
We must investigate the temple.
Will we get one of those
Sure,
sweet
there's something there.
tattoos after we help you? Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, honestly, but there are powers that you can gain within the temple.
In power we shall.
I've a taste of them myself after my vision. I believe they come from beyond. But you had goals coming here. You had aspirations. Is there anything I can do to aid you in the interim? My good friends.
Well, I just wanted to meet a master artisan. I kind of wanted to try my hand at sculpting. Like, put my hand on my hammer and chisel. Have the itch.
Can you, Bethala?
I think I'm quite all right. Thank you. There is some place I saw while walking around the streets that I like to visit. Other than that, I think really searching what to do next.
Similarly, I'm searching, but like kind of searching for answers. So like just in general, like who I am, why I'm here, where is here, what the Ashlands are. Like I don't get why I was brought back and how I was brought back. So yeah, it's a lot of questions and no answers.
Perhaps for this very moment, my friend.
Well, it'll definitely be a good story.
I bet you'll make a great song.
Do I know of like a market like area in this near like close to here?
For what kind of wares?
I
Because it's
guess
like there's markets like everywhere.
I guess I would be thinking of something what Olam had described that he was interested in, and perhaps we can meet to the shop.
You remember
Continue on the way.
you kind of like look towards the door and you remember this little spot, but then you notice the door being closed and the room goes dark.
It was dark.
Not like pitch black, but the light coming from outside is
Okay.
snuffed out from the door closing.
What's going on?
You just hear like some feet like and some figures.
I stand up abruptly and throw my chair at the closest figure.
And I go, riot, riot.
The nameless one will pound his staff down into the ground and will control his flames to emit light around you to help you see. And you can throw a chair. Go ahead and roll 2d6, and you're gonna add your dex for a volley attack.
That's wonderful. I have a -1.
The blackest thing you can do.
So it's a 7 because I rolled 5 and a 3.
Okay, not bad. Hold on. Let me just make sure.
Not mad at it.
So 7 to 9, you choose one.
We have a boon for the chair.
Oh.
Does that mean I can roll again?
But the chair, or like Izana throwing the chair?
It says
on.
for the chair. So
The chair gets a boon, it doesn't break.
Advantage.
So take
It's
your
the
lowest.
unbreakable chair!
Take your lowest d6 and re-roll it.
Ooh.
That's worse. That's a 1.
All right. So you'll do your damage, but you choose one thing from the list.
The 3 minutes of playtime. Wow.
You have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger. You have to take whatever you can get. It'll be less damage, or you have to take several shots, which you can't choose because you're throwing a chair. So either put your body in physical danger by getting in position, or just like your aim is off, so you're going to do a little less damage, or a lot less damage. It's 1d6 less damage.
To put myself in danger?
No, that's the second option. You take 1d6 less damage to your attack,
Okay.
or you put yourself in danger.
Oh, I'll just put myself in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many d6s is it?
No. So you roll your damage die,
Which
which is tied to your character. So for
That's a-
you,
But I get my weapon. Oh no, that's not my weapon.
Zana's damage. Oh, I didn't write it down. Hold on now. What's the dice that I gave you? Do you remember?
Oh,
Remember?
a d6. It was a
Okay,
d6.
so it's a d6
I have it right here, sir. Actually.
Wonderful.
Yes, and I also have this. And it doesn't actually do that. So it's a d6 is my damage?
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
No worries.
Okay, so that's a 4.
A 4. Okay.
Do
you
I add
just-
anything to that, or it's just my
No.
d6?
It's just your d6,
Okay.
unless like a move will tell you to add something to it.
Okay, I see.
You crumple somebody. These are comfortable chairs, and they're built very sturdily. And you just like you get close enough where like the maximum amount of like velocity this thing has is gonna hit them squarely.
Overhand dump the chair on top.
Yeah.
Does the table flip too as he's getting up?
No, because he has to move in like a dangerous position. He like moves
Olem, it's
around
all
the
you.
table.
Yeah.
Goes. Somebody grabs you. 2 hands grab you on either side of the back, grab onto your black robes, and like pull you, trying to knock you a little off of your balance.
Mhm.
And they say, "You are trash." Okay. So
What?
No, it's not okay. Actually, I don't like that at all.
Are they trying to throw us out? Like
Okay when I do it. Okay when I do it.
How many of you fellows are there?
You disrespect the way of the Kuhani. You will pay for this, Izana. And they're struggling to pull on you as you're pulling back.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next? You see a group of 12 surrounding you. From what the fire is like lighting them, you do see like jewels on them, but they seem like ceremonial, kind of like big rings in the ears and around the necks, and on the arms, kind of like shine gold, and they seem to all not be wearing armor. They're just in robes, white robes.
Oh,
Can I? Can
I guess we kicked their ass.
I go?
Go, sword, get him.
I leap over the table, and I'm just gonna go. They're all over the place, so I kind of go in the center. That's possible.
Mhm.
I
I
grab
think
my
like your
club.
table is the center, so you can be like on
Oh.
top of the table and see. Like,
Oh, okay.
now there's 11 because one has been crumpled by a chair, and 2 are on Izana, so they're kind of like right behind him.
Oh, that's
So,
really close.
there's
Actually,
like 9 others.
yeah. I'll just leap over the table. I'll say like I'm across from where
Mhm.
Izana is. And as I'm leaping over with my club, I just kind of try and whack the 2 guys off of him.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sick. In your armor.
Oh, that's not sick.
Oh,
And that's 4 plus 2. 6.
Okay. Mark experience, which is lovely. Oh yeah, true. There's no nat 1 for the nat 1 emote. So you jump over the table. You go to swing. They pull Izana down with them. So now Izana is like kind of prone and grappled on the ground,
Hmm.
and you completely whiff. You hit into like the next table and stumble into the wall, as you were like close to one of the corners. And Izana, from this position,
Mm, I
you're
can see
just
it hurts.
you're just gonna take 5 points of damage
Get
from
the
both of
fuck
these
out of
guys.
here, actually. I would appreciate it not.
holy smack.
It feels like you're being drained. No, you know what? Don't take 5. You guys don't have a lot of HP, so damage is not always the case. You're gonna have a -1 to strength rolls, so
Okay.
you'll have like the weak condition
Okay.
as you do, but you still feel like you're being drained of vitality.
Understood.
Olam, you
Okay.
see Pequeno with struggling on the ground. Izana, and the circle closes in a little.
Oh man, Basilar, what? Do you got anything?
You've seen me in a fight? Not really.
All right. I think I think I
try.
got this. How much ammo do I have? How many arrows did I get like in that bundle?
You had like a quiver full, so it wouldn't come up in this fight that you're running out. We'll see at the end of the fight where you are, but it's not a worry for now.
Okay. All right. I'll be like, Chumba, up. So I would want Chumba to like kind of like grow and like pick me up. And then I'll take out my bow and use if I use a spell, can I use a spell and do a thing too, or I can only do one thing?
No, like everything you do will have a consequence. So you'll do one thing at a time, and then if the group wants to let you do the second thing right after, then it's no problem.
Okay, sweet. Would I have access to any of my spells? I don't know, like the
Did you
cleric
level
stuff?
up last session, or
Yeah. Well, I leveled up last session, but I already had like 1 level.
so
in
you would
cleric.
have the 1 level cleric?
Okay, and I need 2
so you'd
for
have 2
first level
spells.
spells. Okay, so I need a
Hey.
rest. I'd have 2? No.
You'd have 2 level 1 spells because it's
Okay.
your level plus 1, but the spell level can exceed your level. So it's like
Oh,
you get
yeah.
2, but you can't have level 2.
Okay, sweet. I want to cast a magic weapon on my bow.
Oh, that does not have a consequence, I believe. Oh no, it does. It does. Sorry.
It's a
guess, like-
-1 to your spells.
Yeah, I don't have to like cast a spell like the roll
Mhm.
with the wisdom, or does it just work?
Yeah, no, I haven't done cleric very much.
I think it just happens.
But I think you have the cast a spell move,
Yeah.
which might have a roll. Cleric. Cast a spell when you unleash a spell granted by your deity. Roll plus wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. Wisdom 2d6 plus 2. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Ooh, that's a dirty 10.
Nice. The spell is successful, and your deity does not revoke the spell, so you can cast it again. What does your weapon look like? when you
I
do
think
this?
as like Chumba picks me up, his eyes and my eyes have that like sickly orange glow, and
Mhm.
it kind of moves through my body and kind of like etches glyphs, almost like tattoos, is on his tattoos into the bow, and they glow orange. And as Chumba lifts me up, I'll use another move, which is blot out the sun. So I could spend extra ammo and target as many targets as I want for as many ammo as I have. And I roll damage
Nice.
once, and it does it to everybody. So essentially, I want like Chumba to pick me up. The glow happens, and I just like in that circle, just pick shots at everybody if I have enough arrows.
Yeah. So you cast the spell. After you cast it, they're going to close the circle in some more as you take, whatever seconds it takes to draw the arrows. They see you like charge up your magic into this ranged weapon, so they move in closer to try and make it a little harder to hit from so close. So if nobody wants to react to that, then you can roll your attack.
Okay,
But like
sweet.
the floor is open if anybody wants to try and do something to the situation.
I mean, I'm just gonna I'm gonna use a move myself, so like it doesn't really affect what's happening now, anyways. It can happen after.
Beautiful. What's this move called, Shidim?
Blot out the sun.
Blot
It's one of my
out the
advanced moves.
sun.
It's like when I volley. So
Okay.
and that's plus
back.
dex, I volley.
Volley is plus dex.
Ooh, that's a +2 for me. Oh, that one fell. Oh, baby. That's 11.
Beautiful. Your damage happens. Is there any other special rule for
Ooh.
volley on a 10 plus? You have a clear shot. Deal your. Oh, sorry. Take your highest die and re-roll it. They give you disadvantage by moving in to melee range.
Okay. Oh, that's a 4. So 10.
Okay, still beautiful. So roll your damage die. I will tell you if you roll more than 4, or if you roll 4 or more, you take everybody out.
It's a D8 +4 plus a D4 for my magic weapon. That's a 9.
How do you
Why?
take everybody
I think I like
out?
Chumba like picks me up, and as he like goes, I charge up the weapon and just unleash, and he turns me in a circle at everyone. So I just like and hit them all just like square in the head. I think and that orange glow like really like emanates from everything, almost like blinds them a little bit. My eyes kind of stay that way for a little while after, and Chumba's eyes.
And everybody here falls to both knees, bodies still straight, almost like don't fall for a little too long, and then crumple, lit by this dim orange light coming from everything.
And as I drop back down, I go, Chumba, you can eat them. Chumba, you can eat them.
Turns into like its big form and then just like lands on one of the bodies, and
I'll save one.
like the light dims from the skull as to not see every detail of this horrific meal that is being eaten.
Yeah, I'll take one of them. Is there any markings I can like recognize on them?
Go ahead and discern realities, please.
Pray tell, that's a wisdom.
Pray tell, it is.
Oh, and I got a +3, so that's an 11. It's a 6 and a 2.
Beautiful. Ask 3 questions. You get +1 on your next roll, having to do with the answers that you get. I can list them off to you. I can send them to you, or they're in the
You can list them.
Discord. Okay.
You
What
can list them
happened
off. I get to
here?
pick 3 of them.
Yeah. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control? Or what is not what it appears to be?
So I want to know who's in control. I want to know what's of value, and basically the last 3, and what does it appear to be?
And okay. What here is useful or valuable to me? You take some time to look at each of the faces, simply because these are your brethren potentially. They all wear the same robes that you wear under your armor. They are wearing the symbol of the eye that is engraved in the chest plate of your armor as well. They look familiar in the way that people from your neighborhood look familiar. You don't think you've fought anybody of true importance to your life, at least. And so that's like a little bit of valuable information, but you do know that they are people of your title. Rather, they uh, are around people of your title, so they're either Kuhani, which is what you are, like the clerics. Um, they have control over life and death, or they are the more paladin type, the Aberal, who are the ones who are kind of like the guards in the army of this place. So you also find some choice weapons. It's all standard issue from the order, but there is a sword for one of your friends. There's a few daggers. Like I said, they're not wearing any armor, but they are carrying pouches of not gold, but what looks to be currency, but not. It's like really shiny, smoothed down diamonds. It looks like.
Okay,
And
I'll
you
take
know it has
that.
like, yeah, it has some like you had said, like power is like the true currency, but
No,
you know,
Currency
I
also
people,
still
has
think.
power.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. But yeah, they don't seem. I guess what's also valuable, they don't seem like they were sent here. They don't seem prepared to take you on. They kind of
Okay, they don't have orders on them or anything
no,
like that.
nothing like that. So you
They
don't
just
think that.
overheard me and decided to fight me.
Yes. On a 10, I'll even say that you know that
11.
sorry.
Ooh, get
You
it
put
right.
respect on your
close.
roll.
When you get a
You
roll of that caliber, gotta stand behind it.
You know that the Kuhani are the ones who there's the Kuhani who are, like I said, the clerics, and then there are the Oshoshi, which are like the druids. So the druids are very into like nature and the laws of nature and the way nature should be. And in the same way, the Kuhani are like
the Ashlands the way the Ashlands should be, the way the Ashlandians should be.
Okay.
They're like very set on like
Patriotic.
rules and yeah. So you
Traditions.
pretty much like shat on everything that they
They
hold
know.
dear, and
Yeah.
that's where their power
Okay.
comes from. And you came into a place where they meet. So it was kind of like, you're on their turf. You're one of them. You think maybe they know about you a little bit, but they also didn't attack you yet. You know that like you guys threw chairs, swung swords, and threw arrows. So
Mhm.
potentially, you don't know what they were gonna do.
Oh.
So perhaps that's the answer to the second question. What here is not what it appears to be. They don't seem equipped to take you on in battle, nor did any of them have like malicious intent. None
Oh,
of you took
shit.
damage. But only you notice this, so you don't have to tell your friends. And who's really in control here? You hear a little like a buzzing in the back of your head when you hold on to the body of one of these people. It's the man who had like rings that kind of like extend his neck, and like they're tightly placed from the base of the neck to the top. You notice this to be like some sort of communication, but it only happens like maybe you let go of him, and you don't feel it, and then you touch him again, and you feel like that communication itch in your head.
The hum.
Communication itch. And like I think like this necklace is like a communicator. Is that what you mean?
You know that this like some stones are equipped with like communicators. You think someone's trying to reach out to this person, but because like you're holding on to him, the stones are like communicating it to you that someone's trying to,
And these guys are dead.
and they're all dead.
Straight dead.
You feel their pulse. There's no pulse. There's blood bloop, bloop, dripping from the exit wound.
Arrow wounds. Still arrows in them.
Yes, still arrows, definitely. Some of them are like choking or like maybe in the process of dying as you're looking at all of them, but they very quickly pass.
And what about like the workers here?
You don't see any. You think maybe they left as well.
Okay. Well then,
Which kind of
Listen.
tells you who's in control here. This is where Kuhani meet. They're able to clear the place at their whim.
nameless one.
Yes.
I suppose it's time to do what you do best.
Hold on. I can do a little bit more. The one that I told Chumba not to eat. Wait, hold on. Is there a cowboy hat anywhere in here?
I have
Any
to make you
hats?
roll for that.
Yeah, let me roll, baby.
Roll for a cowboy hat.
Roll for cowboy hat.
Let's roll.
Just 2d6.
Oh yeah. Where are you? Oh, you are.
7 to 9, it'll be a little too big for your head, just like a little bit.
It's a 6.
No cowboy hat.
And
And I'm not giving you a top hat in this campaign.
yeah, at least I gain experience.
There we go.
But anyway, I think that orange glow will stay in my eyes and Chumba's. Nothing to be like, well, thing about dead man is if they could talk, they tell a lot of tales. And I'll like bend down in front of the other one. And I'll cast Speak with the Dead.
Wonderful.
2d6 plus whiz. That's 8.
Okay. Speak with the dead. That's a spell, correct?
Yes.
Cleric spells. Speak with.
Well, yeah,
the
corpse
dead.
converses with you briefly. It can answer any 3 questions you pose it to the best of its knowledge. If it had in life and knowledge, it gained against in death. Sorry.
Okay. Who do you cast this on? There's a motley crew of people. Is there any are you looking for any sort of person or just whoever's closest to you?
Whichever the one Chumba hasn't gotten to yet, I guess, if he has, or I guess the one Izana was holding.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so the man stands up, his long
Yeah,
neck
I think I'll
from
take my
raised.
stake and my my chisel and hammer and kind of thunk, dig him, and the orange glow will go from it and go into him.
Eyes a little from the mouth and from the nose, just lighting up everything in the brain. He stands up, just looks at you.
I cover his ears. I'd be like, friends, what should we ask him?
Is that one still alive?
No, we could just ask him a few questions.
How odd.
I could bring him back to life if need be.
I'll take off his ears. I'd be like, who do you work for?
So when you say that, you notice that you hear 2 voices coming from you. The one that you were just speaking in just now, and the one that you know to be how you usually talk.
Yeah, the crow voice.
Yeah, they're on top of each other.
Oh yeah, the double voice. Yeah. Who do you work for?
I work for the Order. We all do.
Why'd you attack us?
And looks over at Izana. He betrays the way of the Kuhani. He is granted the power over life and death, and that power should not exist in someone who has such disrespect for the way of life that we know and love.
I think I'll grab him by the head and start pulling his neck, his head a little bit. Respect for your life? Not much. Not ever. Useless. A pawn. How do we get to your bosses?
You think it was wise to cast such magic on someone with the power over life and death? And then you see all the other corpses, except for the ones that are being eaten, stand up. Or I should say sit up.
Olem?
Crack and and my glow goes away. I don't know. This not me. It's crap me.
And he reaches out and puts his hand over your face.
My creek.
Why is everyone with that that one move is everywhere? Nazoo,
ultimate
Hitsu,
disrespect.
it's
Ultimate
He doesn't
wrestling.
have
Like on the
the
Zondo,
gorilla hand, so it's just a hand on the face, not your whole head in his hands. But it kind of brings you down to your knees.
Grabs me by the beak. Terrible disrespect.
And everybody we'll say Chumbo got to 2 people, so 10 other bodies stand back up. Slow moving.
I club one of them. As it's getting up.
Okay, go ahead. You're gonna have you rolled best, so you can re-roll your worst die.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, come on. I rolled a 1 and then another 1. So that's 6, 7, 8.
Oh, okay, not bad. So on an 8 for hack and slash, You deal your damage to the enemy, and the enemy makes an attack against you. So you roll your damage. Where are you aiming on this guy?
Are they like shambling or are they moving like living?
They seem to be going from the shambling to living people movement.
Okay. So just as like they're leaning upwards from their prone position, just the top half of their body, I just like swing the club.
You got a boon.
Boon for the club.
Yo, move for the club.
Wait, I re-roll.
So re-roll the one that you re-rolled.
Thank you. Who was that from? Please tell me the
From
love-
Sunflower
Sunflower.
Valley. Once
Oh,
more.
thank you. Here we go. I rolled another one.
No.
A waste of
Throw
a-
that die away. Man. Throw it away.
It's trash. Jail.
Okay,
It's
so I rolled damage.
trash. Okay.
What?
Also, I just want to say,
Mhm.
last rest, I leveled up.
Ooh.
I was merciless. So now when I roll damage, I had a 1d4.
Very cool.
So that is a
You have-
12 and a 2. So that's 14 damage.
Another boon for
Very-
your next club attack.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, the next
club.
Okay, this time you feel like the fire that's like in you now, that's like always kind of burning and is being contained by this glass and this congealed blood armor that you wear. The fire itself is being extinguished, but in a way that makes every other like part of inside of you cold, like down to your fingertips, just cold. You take 6 points of damage before you absolutely kill this person again. It's a blunt object, so you like cave in their ribs, but you don't like slice them in half.
Mhm.
And they take your attack and they fall to the ground, and the person closest to them looks to give up on standing up and raise their hands. And you see this like this is like one of the weirder magics. It's like a gray light. So it's like it's not as colorful. It's like this strange gray glow that emanates from his body, and he begins to cast something. But anybody can move, and like all the other people are like standing up, kind of like shaking off the like zombiness from their bodies.
I got my
Shaking off
club
the
ready, but does anybody want to do something?
I want to know. Okay, sorry, boss. Yeah, boss. Want to go?
I want to try something.
Hell yeah.
So, as I also leveled up last time, and I chose a particular ability. It goes to 11. So when I unleash a performance, I can choose a target who can hear you and roll charisma. On a 10 plus, the target attacks their nearest ally in range. On a 7 to 9, they attack their nearest ally, but you also draw their attention and ire.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn to see like the guy that's like trying to cast his magic against Pequenu.
Mhm.
I'm gonna like, hit him with your best shot,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna point to one of his allies instead. And let's see. That would be okay. It's a 7.
Okay.
So while he still attacks his ally, I also get his attention.
Beautiful. Are you doing this to? I guess the only person of like importance to point out would be the one that is nearest Azana and Olam.
It would be their nearest ally.
Okay. Do you want his nearest ally to attack him?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
he attacks his nearest ally.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, you're concentrating on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I choose a target, and that target then attacks their nearest ally.
Wonderful. Ah. So you see, I guess his hands like they like lower, and then one of them like turns almost like on its own, kind of like this part of his body is doing something that the rest of him doesn't want to do. Um, and he like squeezes his fist, and his ally drops back down to the floor, seemingly unmoving once again, as if he had never risen back up. What's the wording of what happens to you on a 7 to 9?
So it says I draw their attention and ire.
Okay, so since he was like in the middle of doing this, it'll just affect you as well. But instead of trying to get all of his enemies, he gets you and one of his own. Um, you feel as though you're like meatier than these guys who are dropping. So you're
Meatier.
not fearful of death by one attack, but it is 6 points of damage. I'm
okay.
rolling like crazy on this dice. I'm actually gonna switch.
Nah, keep it.
Feels unfair.
Can't just.
Actually, I
Well,
have a die. I
get
have a die for every color
Yeah.
of the title, so I should be
Now
using
keep the
die.
big boy dice. You know we ain't afraid of that
The weighted
smoke.
one.
So you feel that cold. It's like not a physical attack on that, like your skin. It's like something within you is being drained out. Before it was meant to weaken, but now it is trying to kill. Pequeno, I believe you wanted to do something. You've got a boon for your club.
Yeah, I've got my club ready. But I'll be quick. The one that dropped
Mhm.
was like getting up and then dropped. I basically like rush over to it and I just want to club its like prone corpse till its blood paste is going.
Destroy the brain.
You don't have to roll for that. You just
Okay.
take a few
Well, that's
seconds. It's like you're getting sprayed with blood. Does this bring anything up to Pequeno?
I think maybe under normal circumstances, but I just had some weird cold, like peppermint blast
True.
on the core. So
Don't call it a peppermint blast.
like it hurt, but he's kind of feeling good, you know. He's
Yeah.
like, finally, it's out.
Okay. It's hard to see in this dim light, but there's like this like red tint to some of Pequeno's fur now. And the others. So hold on, before I lose count and do something unfair here, we have 2 eaten by
Chumba.
Chumba.
Chumba wamba.
1 dropped by their own ally, 1 dropped by Pequeno. Is that
That's
fair
4,
to say?
12.
Yes.
So there's 8
So
left.
there's 8 left.
Is that one still holding my face?
He let go and tried to cast something. He was going to like aim it at you, but like he kind of like magically was changed his aim
Oh, I
at
thought you
somebody
aimed
else.
at Pequeno.
Yeah, because of Basilar.
Yeah, because
Yeah, right.
Basilar changed his aim.
Can I summon my weapon and attack in the same turn?
Is summon a weapon a rolled move?
No, it's my weapon.
Okay, it's just like the weapon you have.
Well, it's the flavored one.
Right. Yes. Let's make that a roll. Let's make that interesting. Yeah, you guys are gonna see something cool potentially.
These guys are chump chain.
Roll plus your wisdom.
Okay, so just like casting a spell.
Yeah.
We also like did the equivalent of like walking into like a small like town bar and insult their local sports team and expect nothing to happen. Like,
Maple Leafs are trash.
That's an 8.
Okay. So you see 4 of the 8 remaining people. They turn their attention to you, Azana, and they all take a similar position of standing upright, heads down to the ground, and eyes closed, and hands extended out towards you. And you feel something start to come over you. And so you take that decision and you take that moment to draw out your weapon. Can you please describe to us what you do?
I kind of like my hands kind of like get like guide outward, and out from my robes, this kind of like black and fluid, like, but like almost like with red veins. It's like this fluid pours forth and kind of shapes itself in my hands as a giant scythe
Oh
that's
shit.
kind of like viscous. And I kind of like twirl it and like let it like stand next to me. And then I'm gonna try and slice at the nearest dude.
You hold your weapon as it comes out from you. Suddenly, you feel like a deep shame wash over you, like chills down your spine. You feel the gaze of a powerful being on you. They don't speak to you. You don't see them in any way. But you feel something powerful take over you as these 4 people lower their heads almost in prayer and reach out towards you. You take 11 points of damage.
Is that bypass armor?
It does not.
So I will say that I have my divine protection, and it's going to take like the form of like this kind of like black spiked armor that grows itself and rips through my cloak as I get hit with this.
God damn, that's hot.
I'm gonna leave this fight.
So
be.
11 minus 3. So that's 8 points of damage.
You take this like almost like psychic spiritual damage. You see one of the people who had their hands out, they try and retain concentration and they drop themselves. You feel like this is like taking something from all of them to do this. And it was just too much for one of them.
I start to laugh.
Everyone's so happy you're hurting people.
And if no one else wants to act, he
If
makes
I
me-
could, yeah, I think I'll
Yeah.
like just like gain composure a little bit and be like, Chamba, eat the next downed one. Quick. And then take out a
What's the
javelin
nameless one doing?
and chuck it.
The nameless one.
And BB.
Oh yeah,
Oh, very
BB.
cool.
Fuck.
We'll say he's brought her away from
Yeah,
all
it's-
this.
Okay, he's
during
like
this time.
shielding her.
Yeah, he shielded her,
Oh.
brought her outside, and opened the door not only to give you light, but to stop this from being like a kind of private encounter. Unless one of you shouts to like close the door, then he'll close it. But he
I
gives
know
the
if-
opportunity for like the people to see what's going on here.
I don't know if anyone should see this, but
Yeah, I don't. No, close the door.
Right.
So sure nobody comes in.
And he closes the door and then he like sprays out his fire to light up. Like he's just like lighting like the
The street.
whatever. No. Like inside
Okay.
like whatever's flammable just like catches on fire and provides decent light coverage for everybody. So you are no longer in
But
dark.
we're not in a burning building.
If
I will
I
be.
think he has
soon.
control over the fire, so he wouldn't let it go to there. But
he
it's
probably
a
would.
possibility.
Quick. I want to burn this place down.
All right. I'll take out a javelin and chuck it at someone like at the further edge of the circle, I guess, or enough
Yeah.
space to throw it. A little volley. I'll do a called shot though, and I'll aim for their head.
Wonderful.
Javelin to the head.
Head all
bad
day,
time.
baby. That is 8 plus 2, so that's 10.
Nice.
So they stand there and do nothing but stand still and drool for a few moments, plus my damage,
Okay. What's the
which
damage?
is a d8. That's 7.
Dead. Not even. No need for the called shot. Maybe they do stand there for like a second, a couple seconds, and
So
then
I'll still call the shot. Javelin right through their head. Maybe it like sticks them to the wall a little bit. So if they reanimate, they gotta
yeah,
like yeah.
I love that.
I think after Izana brought out that wicked scythe and sliced that guy, I'm kind of looking over at him,
I don't
and
think I sliced anybody yet.
oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought
He
you
he went to slice and then he took this damage from everybody.
Yeah, and I got
trying
blasted.
to slice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to ask my blade question.
Yeah.
What
Damn.
is that?
What is? I think the blade will understand what that means.
Yeah,
He
like,
has-
what is that? And my attention is focused on the site. Lost D6. Oh yeah, I threw it.
Your blade tells you.
Wait, but I have to roll.
That was beautiful.
I had charisma. That's a -1. That is a 5.
EXP.
Oh yeah.
EXP. Is this? Some of them are defined for their failures.
Yeah, it says so rather than you giving me insight to the current situation, it just gives me an impression.
That's the fail.
Yeah, the fail is from. Oh no, sorry. No, the fail is nothing apparently.
Okay, no, because some of them will be like on a miss. This happens.
Oh, I see.
But
Oh, that
some
was
of them
7 to
don't.
9. My bad.
So, on a fail, you reach out to this weapon. Do you have an idea of who is answering you?
Not really. It was. I think that it's just the large figure of light, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's really it.
You hear an answer from a different voice that says, "This is the power that I can offer you if you ally yourself with him."
And I let go of the sword. Like I don't want to hear that voice.
Your sword topples to the ground.
Mm.
You're grabbed by the remaining 4. And as their hands touch your body,
Oh.
you take 10 points of damage.
Oh no. That's a strong touch.
And all but one of them drop. And the last one just like clings onto you. Stop this!
I'll try and like throw it over my shoulder. No one has anything else they want to do.
We'll go back to Izana just because he was like there taunting them with the blade. So there's 3 people, concentrated on you, but like only with their bodies. Their eyes are closed, their heads are down, but they're aimed at you, and you still feel like those eyes on you.
Yeah. I'm gonna chop these guys down.
Oh.
Son of a-
Chop them down to size.
Okay,
down.
I will let you. You can roll with disadvantage. If you get a 10 plus, you can roll like once and you do the same damage to everybody. It's not like cleaving rules, it's just gonna apply to everyone.
Oh, okay.
If you roll a 7 to 9, you're gonna take damage from each of them individually, as if they all get like an opportunity attack on you. And then if you
Okay.
miss, that's obviously the worst case scenario.
Yeah. They just hit me then.
Or you can just choose to hit one person at a time.
No, I like that. I think that's a fair trade. I think that's a fair trade. Wait, I have to get a 10 or higher to like basically auto hit all of them before
Auto
they
hit all of
me.
them, yeah, no damage taken at all. Just pretty
Okay.
much instant kill.
What? And it's strength based, right? This is
Mhm.
I'll be rolling strength. What? I have a 15. That bonus is a +2 or a +1?
Let me
Plus
make
1.
sure. Yeah, +1.
Oof. I don't like them odds, but I'm doing it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Or
Whoa.
you can roll a d20 once. No,
Modifier.
no, you get your modifier. No disadvantage.
Excuse me.
But the stakes are higher.
Wait. Disadvantage.
So no, like on the d6 you have disadvantage, but on the d20 you
Okay.
won't. But the stakes
That
will
luck
be
roll?
Sure.
that much higher.
So I need
Where's
to get
that
above a 10.
boon?
Um,
Can
Here, yeah, let's put it in
I
front of the
boon
table.
myself?
What you
I
need to
only have
roll.
21,000.
You only have
They
21.
have like 45k.
Give
Amazing.
me 1 second. I have a table on what your result means. So on a 20, you need to roll for your full success a 13 or higher.
Okay.
A 12 to 10 is a partial success. A 9 and below is a miss, and a 3 to a 1 is a critical miss. But an 18 to a 20 is a critical success.
All right. Well, I'm rolling that goddamn 20.
Hey, let's go.
Wish me luck, boys. That's a 19
Oh,
on the fucking die.
shit.
On the fucking die.
Oh, must chop wood.
Chop, baby.
Must. Chop. What?
As this is one of your few appearances, and we're almost at the end here, is there anything, all the lore, everything that we've discussed, is there anything that you want to happen? I likely will not say no matter how
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm going to like flash once, and like my blade is going to expand kind of, and like as I'm coming, the scythe like kind of actually does like chop. These guys are going to kind of like split in half for a second and start to melt and flow into the blade. And that power is going to like kind of like come up into Izana.
Can we
So
say
the body's kind of
you like regain vitality, like you lose the -1 that you had to strength stuff, you gain your health back, you gain
You don't
extra
have to say that,
damage.
but okay.
Like, yeah.
We don't have to say that, but we can say
No,
that.
you absorb their life essence and it completely heals your damage, takes away your condition, and strengthens you for any next attack that you'll take.
Amazing. It's nice.
And the
It's nice
others,
to hear, honestly.
there's one left in front of Pequeno. And
Yeah.
he throws up at this. Like,
just not falls to the ground, but like falls to his hands and his knees, and he just starts up chucking.
What is happening?
Oh, is this the power he was talking about?
I'll wait
Well,
outside, nameless.
This,
And the nameless one grabs him from the back of the head, pulls him up. You got his chin on his shirt, and lights him on fire.
Nameless one does. He comes in and does that. Oh,
I don't think Brett would disagree.
No.
I don't think
Like, Chumba, finish eating them up and quick.
why are we killing everybody?
I don't know.
they attacked us. They attacked me. What did you expect me to do? They came at me from all sides.
What you're supposed to do.
They're rotten from the core. Nothing much else could be done.
Well, I'm pretty sure we like just insulted their whole faith. So
We were having a
Nothing
private conversation. I wasn't speaking to them.
Basilar, you remember what happened last time we insulted someone. They
oh yeah,
paralyzed.
but I did that in front of everybody.
Who's to know what these powerful people would do? Those were scrubs, and they almost paralyzed us all, dragged you into the arena, and would have had his way with you had you not stopped it.
Excuse me.
You heard what I said.
Wait,
I
I don't want
So
anyone having
somebody-
their cray with me.
feel like Chief Nazu is a bit more powerful than these guys, and likely less likely to be reasoned with.
That is true.
Well, negotiations were short, but I think we came out on top.
whether these people were sent here for me or not, they knew of me. Knew of me enough to not fear attacking me for mere words. I, who am supposedly a member of the Order.
Yes, not anymore.
Well, they were saying you were a traitor to the Order because of what you were saying, or something.
Yes, because I wish to reveal the truth. That the rest of the world will soon begin to burn, and the Ashlands cannot stay impartial for long. The only way to save us is by being proactive.
Proactive, huh?
Well, see, that sounds like a good, smart thing to do. I don't know why they wouldn't say that's okay.
They believe in the king. They believe the king is infallible. But I have seen in my visions.
That he
That's a
follows.
lot. You must believe me. I've seen in my visions.
I believe you, friend Nizana. Friend Olam? I mean, Pequeno? Oh, man. So much death.
Talking to yourself.
News. Yeah. Pequeno, friend.
Already offered my sword. Whether I believe these visions or not is irrelevant. I have not seen them myself. Though you do have a curious ability, Zana.
Yes. And I kind of like just disperse of the scythe. Kind of like flows back within my robes, and the armor shrinks back, and it's like it was never there.
Do you have holes in your robe?
Yeah, I was going to say how your
Yeah.
clothes just piece.
Yeah, my robes have holes in
Beautiful.
Well, that all this past encounter has brought up so many questions. How like when the Ashlandians die, their souls go back to the king to be reborn. So how is it that you're able to bring back these people from the clutches of the king And then why is that even allowed in the order? Who's supposed to be protecting the guidelines of the king? I don't know. I have so many questions.
We must find someone who has answers.
Why is this okay?
Where do we begin?
First
Where
we
do
burn
we?
this
Where
place
can we
down,
find answers?
and then you head to the temple.
No, that would attract too much attention. Would it not?
How else are we to dispose of these corpses?
You see
Uh,
Chumba's just like,
What about showing me? It's unburned.
he'll get through it.
We do not need
And
to
all the
burn
rest of the
place that we come through.
Are there any
any
witnesses?
signs of damage?
No, I made sure of it, though there are some people outside. BB amongst them, but I don't think we can simply walk out of here. And he
Is there
like
a back door?
makes his fire like make a bigger glow, and you see like the blood on everybody. It's like all over Pequenu.
Oh yes, my fur is normally white.
None on Bachelor.
None Vaseline.
Is there a tree in here?
There's
Yes.
actually no blood on Zana either.
Oh, it like
It was all kind of like,
yeah.
yeah,
There's like one drop of blood like on his
yeah.
ankle.
One drop on his cheek, on his cheek, purple cheek.
A forked tongue comes out. Wait, Pequenu, you're onto something. Those of the order, they used the wood of the station to travel through. I recognize it now. When they would walk through that wall that there was nothing on the other side of, they were stepping through it to somewhere else.
Like the Cree?
Right.
Like
How does
the
that help
tree?
us here?
Well, he was of the order. Perhaps you could do
Right.
that?
Can you set
That's my
up a
tattoo.
teleporter or like a portal?
That is beyond my capabilities at this point.
Is there a back door?
Bernie, go ahead and spout lore. You know you have like a special tattoo.
Okay.
And you do know that like things made of the trees can sometimes be used
Okay.
as
Ooh,
accent.
that's a 12 minus 1.
Damn.
Yo,
Double sixes,
high
baby. Spider
rolls.
snake eyes.
Very nice.
Yes. You have seen people come into here. I mean, these are Kuhani is one of the titles that there will be some advisors and like lawyers, like kind of that kind of vibe of jobs that they take. But they are most useful to employing themselves to the order, upholding the way of life. They say they have control over life and death. That's a pretty good power to have amongst the powerful. So this is a place where a lot of those people meet. There is likely an access point here so that people can come and go as they please without having to walk through
Right. The
the
city.
neighborhood in the city. It would take someone with special access, and luckily, as we have already described, Izana has special access.
Friend Izana, this new power, what would a good symbol be for you?
Symbol.
There's this new truth you want to unveil.
I need no symbol. Make one for the Ashlands. For all the people to unite under.
And
To
what
serve a new power.
what do you feel that would be as a creative, a native? And you, Basilar?
You're saying creative. As a creative native.
I don't know.
I believe.
I haven't seen enough of the city for that.
I believe you will think of something.
You're right.
But make it red.
Yes.
I think I'd like go to the bar, I guess, or like I guess one of the tables,
Mhm.
and I'd like turn it over. And I'd take my chisel, and I'd make just like if I could, the time that Chumba's eating, just like a big like tower, kind of, if I could, into like whittle it into the desk as
Yeah.
Bernier would. That's
For my
like
note.
cracking, and in the cracks in it, I'll put like the like paints of blood like through the cracks.
You do this, and like you recall seeing something similar, the symbol of a cracked pillar with all the colors like of the rainbow coming from the cracks. And so this is almost like a commentary on like how they wish to change the Ashland to back to what it was. Perhaps you're trying to change it to something a little more specific. Um, and Chumba Wombat, unfortunately, can't
Probably
eat
full.
12 people.
Yeah.
So he
Like,
gets
what are you
pretty
doing?
full
Come
after a
on.
few.
You can't. You can only eat what? 3, 4 people? Come on, man. I thought you did better. I thought more of you.
I guess we'll
Nah,
just
I'm
have
joking.
to
You
eat
did
this.
great,
Belly on
buddy.
his back.
Like rubbing his stomach.
Covered in blood, obviously.
Ugh. All right, Chumba's
can-
full, guys. I don't know what you want to do with the rest of them.
I
Might
can
have
use
to
some
run.
controlled flame. Only
Well,
burn
how
the
so?
body.
4. So that's 7 of them that are gone because my scythe ate up 3 of the corpses.
Yeah.
So that's
7 out of 12. So 5 left.
I can burn them. Controlled.
I can't do anything.
What if we take
them
their
back to
heads?
the ash, I suppose. Why would we do that? Olem, that's kind of fucked up.
Oh.
Nameless one like hides his skull lantern. It's clearly the head of somebody that he killed. Yes, nameless. Yes, Olum. That's quite
Oh,
fucked up.
that's the skull of
Nazu.
I thought Nazu was trapped in the skull, but
In a
that's
way.
Nazu's skull. Okay.
Oh. All right.
God dang.
Friends, would you allow me?
Crust
To
to
do this.
crust.
I guess we don't really have much of a choice at this point.
Sorry, friend
Go ahead.
Aslar.
And I'm
Very
like I'm turned away.
And he pulls the fire that like he lit around the building. Uses control over flames.
It takes a bit of time.
Can I just go out and see if BB's still like there?
Yeah. She's sitting up against the building, like with her knees, like her arms around her knees. Not like rocking back and forth, but just like huddled over.
I guess I'll join her.
Is it done?
Looks like they're finishing up.
I think I want to go home.
I don't blame you. It's not what I was expecting either. Do you think you'll be able to make your way out again by yourself in a little while? Well,
Sorry.
it's okay if that's what you feel more comfortable doing. There was a tree back there that you could use to get right back to both those.
Thanks.
Okay, well, once they're out, we'll go bring you.
No, I can get there now.
Yeah, but your dad would like hurt Olem if he didn't make sure that you got there and back properly.
It's okay. I'll deal with it.
You joined us, and we'll make sure.
Okay.
Anyways, Pequeno and Olem kind of wanted to see the Black Locust anyways. So we'd have to kind of get out of this layer anyways. And that'd be good, because, I mean, after what just happened, we might want to lay low for a little bit.
Okay. It's just like not making eye
Pat her
contact.
head.
Yeah.
Like, pat her head just a little bit.
Do you stay with BB?
Yeah, until they get out.
So the flames eat up the bodies, the skulls and the skeletons are collected. I think Nameless One takes off his like long robe kind of style outfit and bundles it around them to dispose of somewhere else. Well, I don't know if
12
we can
more
just walk
souls.
out of here.
And 12
Soul?
more souls that will probably come back to hate us.
Can I peek outside?
Yeah. What are you peeking for?
Just to see if there's like a commotion.
Go ahead and roll to discern realities.
I
Right
mean,
away, there's not like an obvious one.
Okay. Do
Oh,
I
if
see
you got it.
Basilar and BB right there?
Yeah, you can like after you like sweep, you can catch them.
Ooh,
So I guess like technically you don't have to. You like there's no
Yeah.
immediate
okay.
crowd, but if you want to see if there's like some figures that are clearly standing watching,
Hmm.
then you can roll. But if not,
No, as soon as I see Basilar, I go, oh, Basilar.
Oh, yeah?
It seems quite all right out here. I think we can just take a run for it.
I'll look around. I'll help Pequeno look around to see if
Okay.
we're in the clear.
you can do that. A help to a discern realities roll.
9.
So a help will push you to a 10. If it,
Well, I think I have to roll aid.
Yeah.
So I have to roll with bond. Is that like a resolved bond, or like just the number of bonds we have?
the number of resolved bonds that you have with the person that you're aiding.
Okay, because we have a bond, we haven't resolved it yet. Okay. That's a 7. So I expose myself to danger,
Mhm.
but they can take a +1.
Sounds good. So instead of 1 question, it's bumped up to 3, which is pretty good. Pretty good. You have the questions, or you want me to read them out?
I have them. Let us see.
Let us.
Let us.
Well, what should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout. You've seen how they're dressed, both in robes and in jewels. So this place was half full, and then half of them, a quarter of the capacity was ushered out, but they were still of the same type of person. So you should definitely be on the lookout for anyone in white robes or in like big brass and gold rings.
Mhm.
And so as you are scanning, you see a few figures matching that description.
Oh.
Not like within range of hitting you or anything, but in the area.
And I guess with that information, what is about to happen?
Well, one of you
Oh,
has attracted danger to themselves. And out of a nearby residence come. Well, you see like one at a time, some what look to be like the guards, like those in white robes and in gold armor, come out, and they approach one of the figures in white robes, and he points to Basilar. But they're not in range of doing anything. But they seem to notice him and have called some sort of backup or security or something on them, and they have their eyes only on Basilar, not on you yet.
Can I make it as if I'm like a street performer and just like busking on the corner of this building?
On the 7 to 9, like that, like they know they saw you inside. They're pointing to you. They might
Okay.
not like you could still do it. You think they've recognized you. So even if you're like performing, they'll probably still approach you and ask what you were doing in there and all that, yada yada.
That's okay. I feel like the busking will add to the story I might give them.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't remember if there's a move for just like straight up performing. I don't believe so.
No, because like the only thing that's like when you speak frankly with someone, that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Parlay.
Yeah, that would like once
Do I
if
have
they do
leverage?
approach you,
Or can I
we
use
can
this
get into
kid?
that. Yeah, it can be
Okay.
used as kind of leverage. But like they're not approaching you yet, so you just start busking.
Where would like the performance be the parlay? The disguise.
No, not in this scenario yet. Like they're only being made aware of Basilar, so he's like reacting to that by starting to busk, but they haven't made it any moves to come towards you yet. I believe you have one more question, Pequeno.
Yes.
As Basilar
Aslar, do you
begins to
want to
busk.
ask the last question? Or one you'd like to pick? Since you helped me, you aided me.
From Discern Realities?
Yeah. I'm not sure which one to pick.
Which of you already asked? What is about to happen and what
I
else?
asked what is about to happen
Should I be
and
on the lookout for?
what. Yeah.
I guess what here would be useful or valuable to me. Find something that like might be, because like we're currently after like in a little bit of a sticky situation, so we can find something that's useful to us.
Yeah.
And
It's
maybe,
a
like,
bind.
use it to our
It's absolutely a bind.
use it to
You
our advantage.
You see groupings of people, gatherings of people. You can use them as kind of like shields to get lost in the crowd. You see someone selling like dresses and robes and stuff, hats. You see a cowboy hat on a table nearby. You could potentially quickly get some changes of clothes because these people didn't get a great look at you in the restaurant. So perhaps changing clothes might divert their attention somewhere else. Or you see, large enough trees in running distance where you think you can try and escape. You don't know if they have some sort of magic to find you as you tree walk, but so like disguise, like getting lost in a crowd, or using teleportation magic are all available to you in this moment. And before we make any decisions, as one of the golden clad armored men takes his first step of many as he will make his way towards you, and BB stands up on both feet, head still down, shoulders hunched. We will end right there. Damn.
Damn.
Can I do one thing?
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, you can.
Well, I can't because I haven't come out. Can I come out of by the front door?
Yeah.
And I'm going to glance between Basilar and Pequenu and the child and these approaching guards. And I'm going to basically and run away. I'll be like, "Is it me you're looking for, you rats?" And then I'll just dash down a corridor.
Hey!
I'll go, "Hold him!"
Yeah.
Sorry, Basilar, continue. Remember what I said. Keep your eyes open.
I'll act as if he wasn't speaking to me though.
Yeah.
So like
Oh,
if he's like trying to bait the guards into following him and then be like, "Oh, I know him. He's talking to me."
Are you using your shaker?
I mean, it's part of my performance, yeah.
So you even think that like you're kind of masking the sounds that he's making,
Okay.
so they don't fully hear him say your names.
I yell at him. I expect you guys to run too, by the way.
And he hightails it in the first guard. You know, he's too far to really change his path because he has to go down the street anyways, but he diverts his attention from Basilar to the guy who just yelled out and ran. And we will end there as Izana disappears. EXP, I won't forget this time.
Yeah. Splash it on me.
What?
The EXP.
The EXP? Okay.
Splash it on me. Come on. Give it to me, daddy.
End of session. I'm looking at a new thing. I shouldn't have done that because I already have trouble finding it. Look at your drive. Oh, that's something else. So bonds. Have any bonds been resolved? I think a few have been made. Maybe with Izana. I
Yeah.
think there's a bond between the nameless one and Izana that we could talk about once Brent can respond. But their characters definitely align in some ways, many ways. So I would like to give that an opportunity to be a possibility. But anyone else?
I feel like Pequenu also devoted his sword to me in a way. I don't know if that counts as a bond.
I will say that counts as a bond resolved within the episode because you
Understood.
stated the intent and then you acted upon it.
Hey.
And I don't know if like you would want it to continue after now. So I think like the simple, like Pequeno, after what he saw, it's not going to be that deep of a bond where it has to be some grand thing.
That's true.
You're just like, you have a cause. I will devote my sword to protecting you, and you did it. So you can both mark one experience. Bonds anymore? Going once? Going twice?
I don't think so.
Sold to the highest bidder. Character stuff. Alignment, lawful good, Pequenu. Protect someone weaker. I would say no. Not today.
Definitely not weaker.
It wasn't a lawful good. Brent wasn't here. Perform your art to aid someone else. I would
Saved me.
How
He
did
saved my
save you?
faith.
When? Did I miss this? Did
I
I
mean, I
block that?
diverted an attack, but I don't know if that's an aid potentially.
I'm gonna say no.
It's very iffy.
Yeah, sometimes I'm giving, sometimes I take it
No.
away. Help an animal or spirit of the wild. Olim.
I'd say no, unless you count Chumba eating.
Yeah, I don't want to
people
count
himself.
Chumba. That's too
You
easy.
could.
Your own animal every session. You could just help him. No. You'll get it one. You were on track last time to help an
Yeah,
animal.
yeah. I'm there.
You're on track. Izana, the rare Izana, kill to prove superiority. I believe you did just that.
I did. I would say so.
Mark one experience.
Okay.
Damn, this guy's freaking gathering experience like it's
I
weed.
believe I have 4 now.
Damn, dude. That's it for that stuff. And now we get the 3 questions. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
No.
Were they
Not
notable?
notable.
I would
were told
say. I would
There's just a
say
lot of them.
yes. If this second part of the battle didn't happen, it would be no. But it's like something happened there that was pretty notable. I mean, you saw they were doing like 10 damage to you all of a sudden. Doing
What's
stuff
happening?
that was like killing themselves to do. So it became a notable encounter.
Hey.
And you overcame them. Did we loot a memorable treasure? I don't
Don't believe
believe so. They didn't have much on them.
Does
I got that
information
little
count?
pouch of
I wish.
crystals.
Yes, you run away with the pouch of crystals. It's always nice when like the guest gets the money and then leaves.
Can I have left that? Actually, could I have just shit?
Well, maybe you can use it in the background, you know.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'll use it. I'll have
Thank
some.
you, Bernier, for coming by. You always inject something special into the eps. Come back whenever you want.
Something unasked for.
that was beautiful.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you had fun. Thanks to the usual group of men here, always making it a pleasure to DM for you. The role play is amazing. The decisions are great. And you're interested in the world, which is always, as we all know, very helpful as a DM.
The interesting world.
If you are interested in the world, you can go to our YouTube. All the episodes of Ash and Blood are uploaded every week, as well as all the episodes of Agaron High and Chittering Woods, which I believe we are returning to on Thursday. Very nice. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Join our Discord. Come post gifts and talk about D&D and the like. Thanks again for watching. And Bernier, if you can, could you sign us out?
Oh yeah, you're trash. Okay.
Yay.